Hi everyone, this is Jennifer Puentes from Heroes Media Group in Miami, Florida. I am here with The Mission Continues. There are good, sorry, I'm short, so we have to rearrange. I'm here with David Riera from, what are you, Beekeeping Association President,
Beekeeping
Gardening,
Association,
everything.
Region 2 Graduate Vice President for Manners, Minorities in Agriculture, Garden Club Specialist, PhD Extraordinaire. You name it, that's it.
Okay, Marine vet, direct Army vet, and of course the squid, had to be around here too, myself. So we're here working, I'm gonna let the both of you explain to you what we're doing here in South Florida today with The Mission Continues, and as to the service project, which is awesome, which by the way, The Mission Continues offers free manicures for whoever comes somewhere.
Free manicures.
So go ahead guys, so please explain.
So this project at the Miami Bridgedown and Homestead campus has brought many diverse groups from the community together, including Mission Continues, South Florida Beekeeping, FIU, University of Miami, Manners. It's brought a whole diversity of people together to actually do fruit foresting, beautification, pollinator gardens, you name it, we're doing it here. When it comes to environmental stewardship, that's the name of the game right now. And we actually got about 12 youth that actually stay at the Bridge program. So this is a place to be. We're happy to be here and we're cranking it out.
And so how Mission Continues kind of got involved is anytime one of our platoon members gets involved in the community and says, hey, I have this idea for a project, I could really use your support, it's hands down, let's figure it out. And this is a representation of that. David being a fellow and a platoon member and a member of the Mission Continues family, any way that we can support his efforts to succeed and to develop his community leadership, we're all about it. And to have 40 of our platoon members from Broward and from Miami-Dade, from FIU, from it just really shows that it doesn't matter our backgrounds. All that matters is that the community gets what they need. And we're here to offer our support. The kids are absolutely fantastic, and it's so great to just discover these gems inside our backyards and inside of our communities. And that's what it's all about. It's just coming out, getting opportunity to serve with our community members, and really just leave an impact. So, and then again, just kudos to David and his team for putting together a really awesome project. And it's just really great to see our platoon members stepping up and bringing these types of projects to our attention so that we can get our hands dirty. So truly, truly appreciate it.
And it's awesome. And obviously we know this because we live here in South Florida, but for those who don't live in the area, why is it so important to maintain areas like this one when it comes to planting those kind of, specific plants and maintaining the bees? For us, common sense, for other people might not be. So go ahead and elaborate on that.
So what's really great is, we have a very unique ecosystem here in South Florida. And, through the urban sprawling and the development of Miami-Dade County, a lot of our natural habitats are being converted over to residential areas and commercialized areas. So anytime that we have an area that lends itself where we know that if we plant some native trees, that they're going to be managed, they're going to be maintained, they're going to be appreciated, and they're going to actually have an opportunity to flourish and grow. It's just keeping that ecosystem alive, because Miami-Dade County is home to one of the most unique ecosystems on the planet. Some of the ecosystems you find here in Miami-Dade County, you will not see anywhere else in the world. So it's our responsibility to make sure that we do our part to make sure that our ecosystem is going to be here for years and years and generations to come. So this was such a great area to be at a place where kids are learning and growing and developing, for us to be able to put some native plants right here in the ground for them to surround themselves with. And we understand that, look, these native plants are going to thrive. And it's just making sure that they're going to add to that ecosystem and they're going to be able to flourish and grow and continue to add to our native ecosystem. And I know David probably has a scientific explanation to what I just said, so I'll let David do all the PhD talk. Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I just wanted to sit there and say that diversity is resilience. All right, we are in Florida, in South Florida, of all places, where sea level rise is a real thing, climate change is a real thing. So be careful who says it. But at the end of the day, the more resiliency, the more natives, the more we start looking at the ecosystem as a place that we could actually eat, as a place that we could actually get our food, fiber, fodder, you name it, we can get it from it. we need to take care of that. And environmental stewardship isn't at this old level anymore. It has to start out at the young level. So the youth development conversion with the environmental stewardship at the end of the day is going to build even more resiliency into our landscape. Like Derek said, South Florida has one of the most diverse sets of ecosystems and you cannot find anywhere else. The Everglades is our backyard. All right. And at the end of the day, we can't keep losing, because of urban sprawl, keep losing our agricultural land. So we have to start figuring out how to urbanize, but at the same time, make it integrated so that agricultural and environmental stewardship flourishes, not just for us, but for generations to come.
That's correct. So you guys heard, it's not a political debate. It's just for us here, back here, it means literally survival. So how about you guys show us around what everybody has been doing, the people who actually be working. Derek just started working. So
just started working. I had to make sure it maintains motivation.
So let's do a little mini tour and just show us around what is the purpose of it. All right.
Okay. So we have 3 sections that we organized early on. A lot of these service projects isn't something that we just pop up all overnight. A lot of these service projects take a lot of lead, a couple of days of planning. I've learned a lot from Derek as our platoon leader and being able to organize this. I am a SLC, Service Leadership Corps member with Mission Continues. That is very important that you go out on the internet and look for it. So right here, Jen, what we have is a mini fruit forest, all right, or what we call a food forest. Right here you have, and these are all juvenile plants. This is a juvenile guava. All right, we have a case mango. We have over here a Barbados cherry down here. All right, back over there where you're gonna see is a papaya circle. All right, or fruta bomba, how you want to talk about it. And right back here, it's not complete yet because we have a section of mulch that we got to put. But this is gonna be a banana circle. And a lot of these plants, again, we didn't just come up on this. So one of our partners is Pine Island Nursery. They've been really great as a partner, being able to supply these at a discount rate for these kind of projects. And it's important to embed it. Here they have a clear area where at the end of the day, in a year, all right, these are gonna actually start putting out fruit. And this is fruit that they could actually feed the residents, the students. They're 17 to 7 years old that actually stay here, and this is very important. So this was stage 3 of ours. So we're gonna start working backwards. All right.
So why do the kids live here? Like, what is this? What kind of home is it?
It is a emergency housing for a lot of families that are in flux, especially a lot of children that are homeless. They actually come out here and they take classes in that building back there. They also have classes in this building in front of us. And that is their main hallway, and they have the residency back over here where we're going to see the second stage of our fruit forest or our food forest. And this is very important because they have a cafeteria where they get the food delivered to them, but at the end of the day, it's very important for them to see where their food is actually coming from. It's very, very important for where their food is coming from. And so over here is the actual second stage. All right, so if we start turning around this way, all right, we have our second stage. So this is a perfect clearing, and you're really getting good noon sun. And it's the same idea. We got our mangoes, we got our Barbados cherry. We actually even have miracle fruit. Miracle fruit is a very good fruit that's gonna actually help out cancer patients. All right, and I could go into that some other time. Hit me up on the internet. I'm always welcome to answer questions. All right, some challenges. Hey, a lot of these community service projects have challenges. One of the challenges that we found is that the substrate here is very rocky, very limestone, as Florida is known. Jen can tell you, we've been swinging pickaxes all morning.
Yeah, who needs to go to a gym?
Who needs a gym? Pickaxe world. So back over here, this area just had these types of plants that really weren't doing anything for the environment apart from just providing beautification. They were just green plants. So over here we got different native pollinator plants. This is gonna attract butterflies, hummingbirds, moths, you name it. These are important because once they start coming to attract, we got bees, we got the bumblebees. They're gonna start all coming here, and then the kids will start seeing, all right, what wildlife looks like. You know what I mean? And the more, again, I told you, environmental stewardship, agroecology, we're building resiliency into the landscape. That is very important, all right? Environmental conservation, environmental stewardship equals resiliency, all right? So we actually have it wrapped around the right, and this is kind of like their front office, all right, so that you can see it. These are one of our volunteers. All right. No. So as you can see down here, all right, we have a new row. All right, in the next 6 to 9 months, these are gonna mature and they're actually gonna put out flowers and berries. So at the end of the day, it's gonna attract the birds. When I first came here, we didn't even hear any birds singing. So that's a problem. And again, bird song is very therapeutic. All right, the buzzing of bees, very therapeutic. All right, so that's something we're bringing.
Especially this is, like a lot of kids have been through like very difficult times, and
PTSD isn't something that just happens in the Marine Corps or in the Army or in the Navy. PTSD is something that happens everywhere to everyone.
Exactly.
All right. So up here, we still got our slash pines. These are our native slash pines. All right, we still got to put in those holes. Like I said, it's been very difficult because of the substrate. It is very rocky, and we're dealing with already existing trees that have big roots. Back here, as you can see, we're gonna start putting up this flag.
That was 3 branches right there.
That was 3 branches putting up the flagpole. All right, and so one of the things that we identified early on was this. This was put here in 1995 for a veteran. It has the plaque over here. And so at the end of the day,
I can do a little quick peek.
right here, you're gonna see that plaque down there, and we're gonna backfill it with the cement. And the idea is to teach the youth from here how to actually, have that pride, that esprit de corps, in putting up and going down with the tradition of the flag and what that kind of means. And we're very, very thankful to the post office to providing the flag and the expertise from Air Force. We couldn't do it all the branches coming together and coalescing.
That's right.
The last area that we're doing here is we kind of separated this cocoa plum area back here. All right. And the idea of that separation is we're going to actually build, later on, we're going to actually put a bird bath over there, and that's going to end up being a strategic place for birds and bees and butterflies to get their water when it's dry. So back here, this is the last area, and we've actually squared it up for,
right there?
We squared it up, yep. We squared it up, and we've done a lot of upkeeping. This whole ground was covered in dead leaves, and sometimes that's good and depending on the ecosystems. But as you can see over here, Atlas Grinding was able to donate to us 14 cubic yards back there, that pile.
Ooh.
Yep, that pile back there of mulch, and it was taller earlier on. And then that pile right over here of soil. So that's what we've been using, because it's something typical of a rocky substrate is that it has very little soil, very little soil.
Oh, well.
So those are the projects that we have, and the biggest project is going on right now of us putting up the flagpole and stabilizing it, and we're gonna probably call it in a little bit, stabilize that up there, and it's been a good day. It's been a good day, a good work and teamwork and bringing us all together. That's its own reward.
Well, David, thank you so much. We're going to continue here working. Thank you for your support. If you're ever in South Florida, just look up for the Mission Continues First Platoon Miami. Get involved. Message us at any time. And if you're any part of the United States, you can find Mission Continues. I'm sure they're doing phenomenal things anywhere as well throughout if you want to get involved and support their community. Thank you. Have a good one.
You too. Thank you.